Water. Hydration. You'll have been told, you'll have heard it, it's everywhere. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate during exercise. Let's look at the figures. The average person has what we call a sweat rate when exercising, which is typically between 700 mils up to 1,000 mils an hour, which is basically one of these things, which is about 800 mils. So on a 10k race, we're talking about a sweat rate possibly of between 600-ish or thereabouts, and possibly, depending on how long it takes you to do your race, possibly up to 850 mils. Now, why is that important? Well, the body starts to suffer in physiological terms when we reach the 1.5% dehydration rate. Now, that means that, for me, for example, 1.5% of my body mass equates to 1,000 millilitres or 1 litre of fluid. So I'll have to sweat out a litre of fluids before I really start to feel the physiological effects of dehydration. That means my blood volume decreases massively. My heart rate will increase by about 10%. Once we get up to 2%, then really nasty things start to happen. So we're talking about beginning of April in the UK, 10k race. It's not really going to happen, so don't worry about it. At the 5k point, you will be offered water. It's about 330 mils of water, 500 mils of water, something like that. Various options available to you. You can either take it and run with it and take a drink from it as you wish. Problem is, it's quite heavy, half kilo of water, you're talking about a pound, which will actually unbalance you a bit. I don't like it, so I won't be doing that. Second option is you can take it, take a few sips, run a bit more, take a few sips, run a bit more, take a few sips, and then just chuck it. Extremely wasteful. I won't be doing that. Next option is to totally ignore the water and run. We've looked at the figures. You are not going to die. It's not going to make you suffer physiologically, so we can do without it. Now, what we normally think of as thirst does not really mean thirst in the physiological sense. What we're talking about thirst in that aspect is the back of the throat gets really dry and clumpy. That is thirst. Just a bit dry around the lips. Now that's not thirst. So hydration, think about it, make your own decision on that.